Alright everybody, welcome back. We're still here in round number 1. We have our teams in the lobby. For this matchup, we have Division B's champions, Divine 9, albeit with a couple of changes. Jason and crew bringing in a couple of subs, and they will be going up against Guys Gems. We are still on Infernal Shrines, as this is the first round and the best of 1. If you are just joining us, welcome to the ReGen Invitational number 2. 32-team tournament. First couple of rounds going to be best of 1 before we move into the semifinals, which will be a best of 3. The finals will be a best of 5. As per our rules, the higher seed will receive the honor of the first pick, and that will go over to Divine 9. These are two teams that have been around in NGS for a while, and this is a tournament that is co-sponsored by the Nexus Gaming Series. Shout out to all the admins for helping us out here. Chat, if you have any questions, fire away. I'll see if I can make sure and hop on any of those. Also, Bobot has been set up. If you hit the old exclamation point bracket, you can go ahead and check out the tournament bracket, which is on tournament.com. You can go ahead and find out what is happening in all the other matches. If you are looking for other casters, we have a number of persons out in the great wide world and bringing you all of the rest of these games. You can find them by checking out the Nexus Gaming Series community on Twitch. Let's just make sure that our teams are ready. We'll just double check on that. We'll be headed to draft shortly. In our first matchup of the day here in the lecture hall, we got to see an upset as Hand Banana went ahead and defeated Jailbait with the utilization, of an Abathur Illidan combo, throwing it back old school. I don't expect anything too crazy here. Divine 9 is a team that has a very solid and stalwart meta, if you will, but Guys Gems usually brings something different to the draft, and they're a team to keep an eye on. I wouldn't necessarily call them memers, but they usually take a number of unorthodox picks, and they really make them work. In fact, I think they beat us last year in the ReGen Invite, don't tell anybody, with some Asmo play, so we'll see if Fatmo Dan makes an appearance here. Teams are ready. Let's go ahead and fire the draft up. We are headed to Infernal Shrines. Once again, this is the best of 1 first round for the ReGen Invitational. As we head on over to Shrines. Once again, Divine 9 will have the honor of first band, first pick here. Rabbit Penguin is still with them as their drafter, and the architect of the Division B winning stratagems that Divine 9 employed on a great run through the playoffs. On the other side, the captain of Guys Gems, St. Wish. Let's see what he's got cooked up. Diablo is the first ban. And Malfurion. So, Malfurion played a part in our first draft, was in the first rotation for Hand Banana, and actually sees a first ban here. Despite the nerfs, despite the removal of Ice Block, Malfurion is a support that teams are apparently still afraid of. Genjiro is gone. I don't expect we're going to see much of him in this tournament. This being the triple ban phase, nobody wants to play around that. ETC removed. ETC is a Divine 9 special. They love to play the cow. First pick for Divine 9. This is a team that really loves to break out their ETC, who has been gone. They usually throw in a mage, maybe Jaina, maybe we'll see some Li Ming, but I do know that Jason and company have been working on some different plays, different heroes, trying to expand that pool a little bit. And they take the Alexstrasza first. This was, I have to say, expected. Alex is an incredible support right now in the meta. She has always been good on Infernal Shrine. She is top tier. And the counter, the Asmodean and the Johanna. So, it will be Abundance against Globe of Annihilation. Johanna also picked up as well for Guys Gems. Divine 9 will answer with Urel as they lock in their top laner. 10 seconds on their next hero. And it will be Muradin. So both tanks have taken... have been taken. Muradin and Johanna, really the two remaining high tier tanks. I do think Garrosh is I don't know, maybe move down a little bit. He's certainly scary, but it does seem like over time, as Garrosh was just ever present throughout the last couple of months, I think teams have started to adjust to getting a bit of read on him and what he does. Gul'dan removed, as Guy's Gems looks to get rid of some Shrine clear. On the flip side, Divine 9 has the opportunity to go ahead and choke supports out if they so choose. I do think Deckard Cain would make a wise ban here. But in addition, they may seek to move towards the off-lane ban. There are also a number of flex heroes available that could be taken care of. And Deckard is removed. So Guy's Gems will have to dip deep into the support pool here. We'll see if something along the lines of a Rhaegar moves up, for instance. 15 seconds for Guy's Gems. I like to start with Johanna Azmodan. It's good protection. It's going to be difficult to get to the back line. And Asmo received a number of buffs in the latest balance patch. They're going to pair him up with Admiral Shtukov. Здравствуйте, Admiral, как вы поживаете? And they'll pair him up with another member of the extended Zerg family in Dahaka. Backline DPS is available, as is Phantoms, the unofficial Division B MVP. Let's see what he wants to go ahead and use here. Could see Phoenix, could see Jaina. It's Jimmy!
For the Alliance.
Paired with Iena. Well, Iena makes an appearance here. And we do throw a little bit of pepper out. Guys, Gems, with their sort of flex spot available, they certainly could be looking for a consistent source of damage as Azmodan. And Dahaka will put an incredible amount of pressure on the macro game of Divine 9.
My blades are
And they take to Sonya. So a beefy front line here. Remember, Guy's Gems, a team that does go about their draft in a very different manner. They do some different things. Did not expect to see a Sonya there in the last pick. Could be a leap Sonya looking for that backline pressure. That is definitely something that we should be keeping an eye out on. But I do think all eyes are going to be on the dunk. As Fat Modan makes an appearance, Odin will be playing the wide-bodied demon. The Lord of Sin. Keep an eye on that build, too. Big Wiz will be out on that Rainer. Phantom's on the Jaina, as Jason for this tournament is going to be playing the support. Hopping on the Alex. Alright. Welcome to the ReGen Invitational 2. If you are just joining us, this is still first round action as we have staggered all these games to make sure that every one of these teams appears on stream. Best of one. Whoop. Let's fix that a little bit here. Hey, we got a little bit of map drift. So we are headed on in. Ooh, we got to go ahead and change that. Rip Bobo on the overlay elves. Help us! Let's get our team logo shrunk a little bit here. Guys, Gems, you get yourselves on up that way. All right. Well, while we're over on this side. 4 Guys, Gems. Odin. We're going to be playing that Azmodan. Matthias on the Sonya. Spoogles. What a great name. We play in the Shtukov. Cody Kraz on the Johanna. Saint Wish on the Dahaka. Divine 9. Running it down mid. Rabbit Penguin. The captain will be on the Murden. Phantoms will be playing Iena. Jason on the Alexstrasza. Getting a little bit of pep. Big Wiz on the Rainer. And headed on up top here. This guy on the Yrel. Again, keeping an eye on the Asmo here. This is going to be Wrath Azmodan. So a basic attack build is the starter. So far, these teams posturing over mid. Cody Kraz going in deep here. We'll have to use Iron Skin a little bit early. Also has Lawless Hope, so the regen will be there. Big Wiz stepping up on that. Jimmy. Yrel Dahaka up top. Sandwich actually hits the tongue on the goat. Let's see how that battle goes through. Dahaka, one of the better heroes against Yrel because of his natural regen boost through his trait and whatnot. But in addition, the global can counter Yrel's dominance in the offlane by making an appearance here in the 4-man, and also he can beat her to the objective, as we expect to see. Divine Steed. Odin is the first death. This is down here bottom. I don't know if Divine 9 is going to sniff this out. Nope, here they come. Keep an eye on Rabid Penguin. First kill was claimed. There's a Cone of Cold already. Rabid Penguin going ahead and positioning again. Matthew is trying to retreat out and might have taken the wrong path there. It is very tough to sneak past a Muradin in that small choke point. Divine 9 already claiming 2 kills on Azmodan and Sonya. Top lane. See, Bush getting a good bit of an advantage here, actually, against the Yrel, receiving the support of Azmodan as the demonic lieutenant makes an appearance. Again, we'll keep an eye on the Azmodan stacks, but every time he dies, that certainly takes away from his opportunity to get bonus damage on that Globe of Annihilation. Azmodan is a different hero once he gets 200 stacks, and then he is a terror should Odin get him up to 400. Matthias on the Khazra camp there mid. Divine 9, 2 kills, and about a quarter of a level lead. Odin have a little bit of fun there. Level 4s are picked up. Alex with 5 globes thus far. 16 stacks for Azmodan. And it is Gift of the Naru for Yrel. So an added bit of burst healing. See how that choice comes through. As Jaina moves into the Frostbolt build, with starting it off with Frost Shards. That's a very important little talent here, because Frost Shards affords Jaina the opportunity to pierce the first target, provide a little bit of extra backline damage. There's the rotation there. In fact, Phantoms goes ahead and picks up a kill on top. Rip the dinosaur. That's going to be a big push. Someone will have to go ahead and answer that. Azmodan will show up top here to try to push against the Shaman camp, as Divine 9 will have first rights on this bottom lane objective. Will be a Mortar Punisher, so a little bit of added siege damage, a little less control coming out from this Cena. Guys, Gems is going to go ahead and have to give this bad boy up. But Matthias and Odin will go ahead and push top, as Phantoms will answer on the Jaina. Jaina does have the most clear, and will be able to provide more pressure, especially over the wall here. In fact, Phantoms tried to step out for the globe. Got away with it. This wall is under trouble. This guy is up here, avenging Wrath in. Perhaps looking to find the opportunity to pick up a kill just by putting pressure on the members of Guys Gems by forcing them onto the enemy wall. 38 Skeletal Defenders picked up. Rabid Penguin gets 39. And will actually tick off the 40th. To answer this Azmodan split lane push, Divine 9 is going to be under pressure to either do one of two things. Get a big push going with their captured objectives, or put pressure on the Azmodan himself. Jimmy gets us going. Skullcracker actually picked up for Murder. Keep an eye on that one. That's a great pickup against Sonya. Divine Steed picked up as well. This is a fun little talent. Bombardment. Helping to get the stacks. This is a slow stacking Azmodan thus far. Only 38 for the big man. The bottom lane wall is gone. That is all it will do. But Divine 9 has put themselves in a position where they are 3/4 of a level ahead. And they will go ahead and pick up this Khazra camp at the bottom here. Mid lane a little unoccupied as Yrel and Dahaka continue the battle up top. Could be a bit of a 4-man here. Spoogles with the silence. And Mythius moves in to get the spin to win on the Khazra camp. Jimmy backing off here. He'll be under pressure from Johanna in the form of damage reduction, as he will be the #1 blind target for sure. The Rainer build in this game. You see Ace in the hole as well as Unstable Combat, going with the Fight or Flight at level 4. Divine 9 has done a great job, again, of keeping this Azmodan from picking up too many stacks. The Unstoppable has to be procced here. Cody Kraz under a little bit of pressure from Rabid Penguin. Now these teams trying to figure out who's going to make what rotation. Divine 9 increasing their lead a little bit. They're about a full level ahead. Odin will have to go ahead and back. Methius is picking up the middle Khazra camp. Divine 9 will answer as Big Wiz, Jason, and Phantoms pick up their own. Rabid Penguin on this Muradin making an aggressive play here. Actually winds up finding Spoogles, who is forced to eat the stun. Eats one wave of Blizzard. The Skullcracker provides a little bit more CC. Big Wiz steps up. Jason actually gets credit for the kill. Support's making plays. Love to see it. Level 10 comes through. It's sacred ground on that URL. Interesting. Don't see that one too often. Ring of Frost. Rainer's Raider. Sonya goes down in mid. Another kill picked up. Waiting for the rest of these level talents to come online, but key note here. Alex and Jaina continue to stack towards the completion of the level 1 quests. We do see Lifebinder, the new OP on Alex. Rabid Penguin holding onto his talent. Interesting. Not sure if he's waiting to see what the moves are made here. Yeah, it's Haymaker. Haymaker Playmaker. Maybe looking to find Saint Wish. Bring me some stuns.
A shrine gathers power. You will take
Maybe
it from me.
put a Stukov on the wrong side of the map as Rabid Penguin will be looking to make some plays on that Muradin. 10's picked up as well for guys gems. Isolation. Blessed Shield. Massive shove. And Odin's gonna go ahead and what does that pick up? Demonic Invasion. Recently buffed. And Leap. It is Leap. Okay. So this guy up at the front here drops Sacred Ground. Matthias is on the backside here. Rabid Penguin snips out that flank attempt. The silence is there within Sacred Ground, but there's not much of an opportunity here to go ahead and move him somewhere. Big Wiz is actually the target of the isolation, and there is the follow-up tongue. There's a leap coming through. Big Wiz under big pressure here. The Lifebinder goes through on Urel, but the Ring of Frost counter there finds Sonya. Saint Wish is under pressure. Dahaka is the second one to fall. Everybody pressing their R buttons. And in the end, Divine 9 goes ahead and picks up a victory. 2 kills, putting pressure on Odin here at the back now. The front line for Divine 9 maybe looking to pick up a third. They will go ahead and get themselves back on this objective. 20 skeletal defenders to 10. Key for Alex is no need for the dragon just quite yet. Lifebinder came through, helping out Urel, who doesn't have ardent defenders, so there are actually more targets for Lifebinder. Not sure if Jason meant to try to get Big Wiz up and running yet again. Rainer's Raider was dropped in that skirmish, but will be picked up yet again. This is a number of short heroics on the side of Divine 9, so they may have an opportunity here once the Punisher goes down. Keep an eye on Rabid Penguin. Does he want to go ahead and get the Dwarf Toss, Stormbolt, and then maybe Haymaker combo? Pressure on the bot lane. Methius has picked up a number of camps there on the Sonya. Rabid Penguin is in the jungle there. Looking to anchor, maybe find himself a kill. Big Wiz joining. Frozen Punishers picked up. This guy trying to go ahead and clean up the Khazra camp.
Summon the frozen Punisher.
Guys, Gems looking to apply pressure on the top with Dahaka. Bottom camp will get a little bit more as the Khazra move up to the wall. There's the Punisher jump. The wall will go down. So again, this is a Frozen Punisher. Odin on that Asmodean up to 97 stacks. It's taken him a little bit of time, particularly as he's been the target of some aggression from Divine 9. Iron Skin is popped. Punisher at about half health. Dahaka is pushing top. Unopposed. Demonic Invasion comes through there, looking to burn down the rest of this Punisher. And an aggressive Ring of Frost actually locks down Shtuka. The wall was still available. Alex now popping Dragon Form. Massive Shove goes out. There goes this guy. Take him a minute to use Divine Steed and get back in. The keep wall is gone in mid, so a win condition has been opened up. We'll keep an eye on top lane here. Saint Wish is going to be pressured here. Misses the tongue. Does have the burrow. But now everybody here. Phantom's providing damage. Rabid Penguin is there. Blizzard comes out. Dahaka forced to eat one. Is going to go ahead and use the entirety of his trait. It is not enough. Dahaka goes down. Meanwhile, guys, Gems looking at other parts of the map, see if they can go ahead and pick themselves up a little bit more pressure in other areas. Kodacraft and Spoogles are pushed away by that pesky little raider. 8 kills to none as Divine 9 seizes a commanding lead. They're on the march to level 16 with a 2 level advantage already. And as soon as Dahaka comes back, you'd like to see guys, Gems go ahead and find some way to go ahead and get a even talent tier fight. I'm not sure if it's going to be there, though. Tell you, you can go ahead and bother Fat Mo, Dan. Call him Fat. Paradox, what's happening, brother? Good to see you in chat. He calls him Fat Chromie. The Asmodan buffs are going to have to be answered in another patch, but right now he's pretty good, but really, again, the pressure by Divine 9 has been too much for Odin to go ahead and pick up stacks. He's still at 125. This is going to take a while to get to that 200 mark. I'm not even sure 400 is even achievable as Divine 9 find themselves with an opportunity here. Spoogle's the target of the Haymaker, but Rabbit Penguin's on the wrong side here. He's under pressure. Big Wiz doesn't really have much of a way in. Try to keep himself alive. Here comes Phantoms and Big Wiz. Ring of Frost comes out, and it immediately connects on Sonya. Stukov was caught in the middle, and the Admiral will have to set sail from the hearth. Another 2 kills. 10 now for Divine 9. This is... Remember, this is the Div B champions, and even though they themselves are using a couple of subs today, the core is there. Rabbit Penguin, the captain and shot caller on that Muradin. Phantoms on the Jaina. And Jason shifting over to the Alexstrasza. This is going to be a top objective. Advantage may be had here for Guys Gems. Silver Linings, they picked off the top fort. So there will be nowhere for Divine 9 to retreat. But with all of Alex's cooldowns, I mean, she's basically a well unto herself. Rabbit Penguin shifts in. Divine 9 wants this bottom fort. They're going to take it largely unopposed, but keep an eye on Saint Wish on the back line here. R buttons are ready. The only thing that is on cooldown is Ring of Frost. Saint Wish actually does show in the wave here. But he's picked up an aggressive stance here. Isolation comes out, actually connects, and he does get the tongue of the Alex. Alex is going to be under pressure here. Jason, as soon as this comes out, is going to be... Oh, no! Methius with the leap finds... Alex. Saint Wish with a tongue, but the wall sort of blocks it there on Jaina. I was looking to see if Jason had enough time on Alex to use the old reverse life binder, if you will, and maybe find a high health target to heal himself back up, but fantastic play from Methius. As the leap comes through, you could see it in draft as the lack of sort of sustained damage from the back was going to provide a bit of an issue there from Guys Gems, but they use leap to great effect here. Cody Kraz in the jungle trying to prevent this rotation from going up. Actually, do see Ring come out to go ahead and pick up a kill. Meanwhile, Yrel has to back off of top lane. So Johanna is gone. Alex is on her way in 3 seconds. And so we flash our talents here. Holy Wrath on Yrel was able to get a huge advantage here on the objective. 30 skeletal defenders have been picked up. Guys Gems are going to go ahead and back off, despite the fact that they finally have themselves on an even talent tier. And Arcane Punisher is going to go barreling down this top lane as Divine 9 picks up another objective. While Divine 9 chooses to run it down top, Guys Gems will answer with Asmodan mid, Dahaka bot. Both have the ability to perhaps go ahead and pick up some forts. But Divine 9 has another idea. They want top keep. Punisher jump coming soon. Silence has gone out. This guy jumps in with the Sacred Gown to go ahead and position himself better to go ahead and aid Divine 9 on this keep. Rabbit Penguin is at the front here. Methius is in, but has to back off. There's a ton of zoning going down. So mid and bottom have gone down, but top keep is sure to be next. Cody Kraz actually gets hit by the Pacify. Johanna is gone. Methius is going to be under pressure here. Remember, Rabbit Penguin does have Skullcracker. This is going to be tough. The defensive leap has to be used. Divine 9 posturing here over. Keep. Ring does not connect, but it provides a little bit of zoning. Wow, this keep just goes down immediately. Big Wiz given a little bit of pepper. Divine 9 turns it against Guys Gems here. They let him know, hey, if you guys want some force, we're going to counter that with not just a keep, but we are going to counter that with game. And a very quick and efficient play here. As Divine 9 goes ahead, and they will pick up the victory, and they will move on 12-1. Shoutouts to Rabbit Penguin on the Muradin there. Phantoms on the Jaina goes 6-0 in that game, and Big Wiz jumping in as a sub and providing a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt on that Fat Modan steak, as Odin just never had an opportunity to get going. I don't believe he actually was able to even get to the 200 mark for Asmodan stacks. It was just a tough matchup where Divine Nine applied great pressure in the early part of the game. Bit of an unorthodox comp as we did have the triple warriors set up. But the damage was just not there. Alex able to heal through that. And Divine Nine will move on. Guys, if you are just joining us, the tournament bracket is live. We'll go ahead and flash the ReGen Invite 2 bracket. At the same time, there's a parallel challenge bracket prediction going on. Murda, the tournament admin and creator and founder of the ReGen organization, was kind enough to provide a $20 Battle.net gift card for the winner of the bracket challenge. So Divine Nine goes ahead, and they will move on. I'm going to go ahead and find us somebody to host. There's got to be a better game. There's got to be a better game for everybody to go ahead and pick on. Something. Let's try to see if we can find something that's good and even. In fact, we're going to go ahead and throw... we're going to get Murda host. Let's see where Cat Peach is at. She's done. Done. How about Murda? Murda, where are you at? Are you hostable right now? Adults with jobs barreling down. They might have the opportunity to go ahead and finish this game off. Okay, so what we are going to do, because we are so far behind due to the delay, let's go ahead and switch our cartography over here. All right. So we will be back at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. We will be moving into the round of 32. We don't quite know yet what our teams are going to be, but Divine Nine has moved on. From our earlier game, Hand Banana moved on as well. Every single match here at the ReGen Invitational number 2 is going to be casted as we move on deeper and deeper into the bracket. The format will change a little bit. We'll still be playing best of ones for the second round and the third round, but the map selections will change. We had Infernal Shrines here in the first round. For the second round, we'll be shifting over to Volskaya Foundry. For the third round, we'll have Tomb of the Spider Queen. All of our maps were decided pre-tournament by a poll of the teams involved, so they had a hand in choosing where we will be headed today. For the semifinals, where I will be joined by Graysville, who I actually believe will be joining me in round 3 as well. The semifinals will be a best of 3 format. Murda and Ragnarok will be hosting the finals. That will be a best of 5. And to the winners of the ReGen Invitational number 2, all 5 members of the winning team will receive a $20 Battle.net gift card. Just great little prize there set up by Murda. But just a shout out to the fam. All the prizes here were actually paid for by bit donations throughout NGS Season number 4 on Murda's stream. So we could not do this without you guys. I've been your host for right now, Professor Bobo. So what I'm going to go ahead and do shortly, we'll get the AFK screen going. And then we will be back again at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. There we go. We'll get that all set up. We'll see what the tournament matchup is. If you follow the bracket live on tournament.com, you will go ahead and find out what is going on with that. But again, I will be back at the top of the hour with more action here from the ReGen Invitational number 2. Thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, we will be back at 5.